Dare to lead. Electric TV Radio. We are not just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting with people and creating a community of great minds and values. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio.
Yeah, good morning and welcome to the Tuesday morning edition of the show Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. Yes, you're watching live on Elegbete TV Sports YouTube channel. My name is Daffy Matthias. You love to call me the Elegbete on Sports. It's the international break, 11 days before club football returns. In between that, there's going to be at least 2 games for each countries that are participating, whether in Europe, South America, North America, Commonwealth, Oceania, and Africa. For Nigeria, it's the same opponent over 2 legs. Yes, we're playing against Libya in the group that we belong. They have Benin Republic, Rwanda, Libya playing with us. Seems like we're going to play this one without Victor Osimhen, okay? Because Victor Osimhen is not available due to injury. The only avenger to his great potential and talent. Well, we don't call it potential anymore. It's proven it. So it's great talent, and we just hope that the injuries. I think that if Osimhen adjust his game a little bit. That's my opinion. Not I didn't read it anywhere, but I just think that if he adjusts his game a little bit, his injuries will reduce. Because that injury, as far as I'm concerned, might take away from his great career. You can't. You keep getting this body beat. You know how they say that if you keep hitting a hard rock, continuously in the same spot, it eventually will crack. The thing with injury and football is, one, it takes away your precision, it takes away your confidence, it takes away your consistency, and at some point it starts to weigh you down. Look at the history of players who's got injuries, from Ronaldo da Lima to Marco van Basten to Abu Diaby. At some point you start feeling unsure of yourself. So, but while you can, and I think that Osimhen is also one of those who started football pretty young, not like overtly blown his age over the top. A few things he can add to his game that can make him. You look at the movement of players like Lewandowski, players like Suarez, players like Harry Kane, Thomas Müller, Jürgen Klinsmann in his time. Osimhen wouldn't know that one. Filippo Inzaghi. They scored goals, but they avoided a lot of the contact as much as they can. Football is a contact game. You cannot avoid it 100%, but you can realign your game to avoid the things that would sketch you. You can't play all power all the time. You can't play all power all the time. I don't think that any footballer should be in that position where they need to be all power all the time. Everything is power. No, I don't think so. But you guys can share your thought on that. Having said that, though, how much will it be missed? And if you notice, every time Victor Osimhen is not available, whoever steps in have not really stepped in well. The Nations Cup in 2021 in Cameroon, remember Victor Osimhen didn't come because of that's when he had the eye socket injury where they had to remove his eye, readjust the bone. That gave birth to the mask. The mask of Zorro or the mask of Osimhen. And, the strikers that stepped in, Taiwo Awoniyi, Sadiq Umar, they did their bit, but they didn't really light it up. Okay? And then in the last Nations Cup in Cote d'Ivoire, Osimhen didn't score, but the fear of Osimhen was the beginning of wisdom. And that pressure that he brings, that power, like Warigo say, now pressure the bus pipe. That pressure and power, with that precision anyway, got us that far on the back of a very solid defense anyway, up until the finals when we were beaten. And because some players decide to be selfish, Alaina could decide to be selfish to play with injury, and when it matters most, Adingra, did it well for us. I'm asking now, over two legs against the North Africans, the Libyans, who are not as Libyan, who are not as comfortable as they used to be since the death of Muammar Gaddafi. It's a typical case of you don't know what you've got till it's gone. You better be careful what you wish for, because wishes do come true, and that's exactly what happened to Obama. Will forever not forgive Obama for that. And I hear people say Obama is a good president. I just look at them like, I don't get sense. African people praising Obama. I don't get sense at all. Well, that's a topic for another day. Let's move on with the talk. Who can step in and make us feel like, okay, yes, there is a competition for Osimhen, because it does look like, and it's also one of the reasons why I give Osimhen credit, because Osimhen as a player, I just feel like, you know what, there's really no competition for me. There's nobody in this team that can make me go back and be thinking, no, yeah, I'll lose my shirt, because it's a case of if Osimhen comes, everybody goes to the bench. But I mean, in football, I don't know about other people, but I've always lived my life to compete at the very, very best. In every place you put me, I don't know. I like to bubble to the top. I always like to bubble to the top. I'm like air or gas. Put me under the sea, I'll bubble to the top. That's how I look in life. And I think that most of the players in the Super Eagles are too easygoing, nice guys. Don't want to trouble no water. Don't want to, ruffle feathers. Man, people come into that team and want it badly. And this is a history with Nigerian national team. When Yakini was playing, the Richard Owobokiris of this world, Michael Bukus of this world, when they get their chance, they didn't use it the way you expect them to use it. When it was Agawa's time too, every other person was just standing on the peripheries. And then when it was Yakubu's time, when it was, or Derenge's time, moving on Suffolk time, we just have this thing where just one or two strikers just there, and every other person just standing aside like, don't worry, I'll wait for my time. So then Peter EJ, or then Kenneth Zygbo, or then all those guys that were really, good for the goals, we're just standing on the side. So how much will Osimhen be missed? Who's going to step in? There is Taiwo, there is what's it called again on that list? That Super Eagles team list. There is also Amaka husband, Amaka boyfriend. Yeah, all of those guys that are there. Who's going to step up and say, you know what, this is the moment, like Yakubu Aigbani did against Sudan in the Battle of Omdurman, when Ahmadu Shaibu took him to Sudan and he scored 2 goals, we beat them 4 goals to nothing. One of the first time Nigeria scored 4 goals away from home in any African qualifiers. Okay, and it was beautiful. So who's going to step in there, right? In this game and lay claim to it. But beyond all of that, you know how we do the international break. We take it a bit personal. We change the topic. We spread it wide and spread it wide. No, we change the topic. We talk it differently. Let's talk about us. We as a people. What impacted our life, whether for good or for bad? And let's really get in deep on this. What impacted us the most? Okay, personal experiences needs to be put. Yeah, who or what impacted us the most when we were growing up? Was it family, television, radio, school, books, religion, friends, community, movies? What music? What really impacted your growing up the most as a human being? Yeah, for the next, let's say for the next 52 minutes, let's use that to share personal experiences on the show. And please click on the like button. Thank you very much for you guys are already clicking the like button. You guys are in a very liking mood today. I'm liking it, but we can still do more. Click on the like buttons. Let's have some fun. Let's look at some of the headlines that we're having. Manchester United is always on the headline. We'll talk about Manchester United. Prediction for the season. Let me show you where your favorite team is on. The supercomputers predicted the top 10 teams by Opta. Opta is a statistics company, but they're giving their own top 10. And I'm like, are these guys drunk? Okay, now look at it. Liverpool will be champions. Chelsea will be second. I don't have a problem with all that. Man City will be third. Spurs will be fourth. This supercomputer not get sense. The supercomputer now not get sense. Aston Villa will be fifth. Fulham sixth. Bournemouth seventh. Arsenal eighth. Brighton ninth. Man United 10th. How stupid can a supercomputer be? And we still call it supercomputer. What is super in this computer? There is absolutely nothing super in this computer. This computer is a dumb shit computer. Truth. Of all the predictions here, Spurs in fourth position. What can be your? I mean, are you okay? That just got me. But let me read the story for you, the whole write up about it, and so we get there. Supercomputer. This is the headline. Supercomputer predicted the final Premier League table with new champions crowned, Arsenal finishing mid-table, and Man United set for another disastrous point total. Okay, the Premier League expected final positions has been revealed after a supercomputer ran thousands of predictions, with some shocking results being discovered. Liverpool are table toppers heading into the second international break of the season, with the new boss and his lot enjoying a dream start to its managerial reign at Anfield. Manchester City and Arsenal follow behind, with just 1 point separating top three teams after 7 games with Chelsea. While Chelsea have started under Enzo Maresca's guidance. Okay, now let's look at where again was. Eric Ten Hag's third campaign at Manchester United was expected to see them push for the title, but have instead endured their worst ever start to the Premier League season and remain 14th in the standing. Last season was their worst ever Premier League campaign. This is their worst ever start to Premier League season. Eric Ten Hag, you're taking us somewhere. We're going somewhere. We're going up to the high places, but you need shovel to dig the grave, right? Now, Opta's supercomputer has crunched the numbers and have predicted fans will be celebrating a new Premier League champions come May that will end Man City's grip on the English top flight title. Okay, and this is the one that everybody does not like, and this is the table. The top 10 is champions will be Liverpool, Chelsea will be number 2, Man City number 3, Spurs number 4, Aston Villa number 5. You're so funny. You're so funny, Opta Computer. Fulham will be number 6, Bournemouth number 7, Arsenal number 8, Brighton number 9. Brighton under Aston Villa, under Fulham and Bournemouth. What happened? Man United number 10. So what do you have to say about that one? That's one part of the talking point why you share your influences, things that influenced you growing up and are still influencing you till today. Somebody asked me a question that the other day I said I have only one role model in Nigeria. Why am I saying, like, is it in a pride or I just don't like role models? I don't understand. Jubilee, say his name is Jubilee. Jubilee. It's not a thing of pride. Not every team be pride or arrogance or somebody is full of themselves. I just know that growing up, people were easily influenced to do things. Let's say, for instance, Pastor Chris followers will perm their hair. People who go to deeper life will say no wearing of hearing. It's not about what God wants, so it's just about what the G or their Oga wants. I know, people who they do besu go tie red cloth, go do all those things. Cult people go say don't wear this color, don't wear that color. And me, naturally, I'm a radical. Like, I have a radical mindset to life. I have this this personality that I like to do my own things. I like to make my mistakes, learn from them, and progress from there. I don't want to be in a place where I am dependent on the next move by the next guy, right? So what's your next move? What do they do? I need to copy from that. I hate it. It puts me in a place where I'm waiting to copy somebody. And, growing up pretty early in life, I learned that photocopy is the bad copy of the original, right? Is a low down, is the knockoff version of the original. And I don't really want to be that kind of guy. I like to be my own person. I like to be independent. I remember when I went to Brilla early days and they're like, you have to talk like this, you have to talk like that. I know, I'm not gonna talk like that. And I'm not gonna talk like that. No. I'll talk like me. I can put pace. I can be fast. I can be, I can choose to slow. I can modulate it, oscillate, go up and down. But I know that thing where no. This is me. People will hear me the way I talk. If they like it, good. If they don't like it, they should go. Maybe because I wasn't really desperate to be on radio. I don't know, but that's how I've always lived my life. And it's good. My influences were a lot growing up. Music was top of the pile. Then books. My mom wasn't really an influence at the beginning. Later on, my mom became an influence. But my mom beat her will into me. Like, she put the will, what she want me to do into me. It's later. I think now my mom is an influence in my life. Now that she's dead and gone for 14 years plus, she's an influence in my life now. Because most times when I want to do something, it's like, okay, oh, this is what my mom meant when she said this, when she said that, when she put up this, good name is better than riches, be content with what you have, work very hard, stay consistent. If you do something long enough, you become best at it. I mean, I don't know how an illiterate is so philosophical, was so philosophical anyway, but hey, it is what it is, right? So we all have things, but then I have this teacher in primary school who made me love to read, Teacher Penikis, and a German, but primary school, I never forget him. Now, my primary four teacher was fantastic guy, very nice guy, fantastic human being. I have quite a few teachers in secondary school, but then my influence on radio was Sami Afejoku and Blender Broadcasting Service, then became Delta Broadcasting Service, Sami Afejoku, Tunde Omono there. Patrick Oko, and then in Port Harcourt it was the late Bumai Rekesoma. And then when I fell in love with sports on radio was when ABRV and Marvelous Macaulay Apoloma Jr. were doing Sports Junction on Radio Rivers 2 FM stereo in Port Harcourt. Man, I just fell in love with two guys coming on air 10 p.m. at Elelewan. Yeah, that's where the radio station is. Come out in the night, 10 p.m. and then these guys go on giving you. It used to be like magic. So try and think about this for a minute. 1994. That we don't have like, my opportunity to really watch football was if I go to the UK, if I go to Europe, maybe I go to Holland, go meet my elder sister Elizabeth, or I go to the UK for holidays, the once or twice that they come and pick me up and I go, I'll be able to watch football and all that. Other than that, it was magazines, and I used to subscribe to magazines. And when I say this, the people look at me like, at what age? At a very tender age, at the age of 11, 12, I was already subscribed to Shoot magazine, all of the best football magazine. So I go to UK, right? How? Let me explain the how to you. So I go to UK. My other brother, who's a professor in Cambridge, have all these sports magazine. I come from a football home, a sports home, right? We didn't play, but we have people who were very, very into sports. So the magazines, I don't know about you, but back in the day, Ebony magazine, Success Digest, Financial Times, all these magazines, they have a subscription card on the inside where you will fill your name, your address, your age, your zip code, your contact phone number. That time it was 053 253 733. Yeah, that's our phone number. You worry. Yeah, it was Chief Gio and Mogedebe's phone number. So it was our landlord. So we give that number, they will call, and then they will send somebody to come call you and all that kind of thing. So you fill all those things, and then you would either put the money, the price inside the envelope, and then you post it, or you will buy postal order. I don't know if you guys know that thing. Maybe this generation don't know that thing. Postal order or money order, they put it inside, and or a traveler's check. You put a traveler's check on it, you sign, you thumbprint, you do all those things like approval for them to convert it to money and good. The exchange rate was good at the time anyway, so wasn't that when I imagine anybody trying to buy those magazines now. But I'm just giving you details of my growing up, my childhood. I used to have one thing called address book. My address book was like this, that 80 leaves, right? Exercise book. Macmillan, that big 80 leaves. It's my address book. There was one thing I'm not really the most organized person, but I was very meticulous with my address book. My address book have all the gospel, the banners were the people that will give you a carton of Bible. A carton of Bible had like 40 Bible in it. So they'll send it, post office will come and give you a slip, you will sign, and then they'll give you the carton. The postman comes with, either he comes with a bicycle or a CD 195 Okada back in the day. Life was sweet, okay? And then my magazine was coming every month. My magazine was coming, though it was coming late, but it was coming every month. So I used that to follow the Premier League, follow. Then there is what they call the Bundesliga update. Believe me, that Bundesliga update, they don't write it in English, they write it in German, but I subscribe to it. How crazy, right? I've got stories to tell, like real stories to tell in football, in my football space. So but they used to send them to our address, number 10. They send it to Assemblies of God Church. Assemblies of God have a PO box, 813, PO box 813. So that's where they send it to. Then there is a guy, Brother Gogo, who became a deacon later, became a pastor later, who used to go to post office and go and carry these things. So you carry them and bring them. I used to use our address, but I now noticed that some of my mail were getting missing. So there is the VOA. You write to VOA will send you ruler. They will send you T-shirt. Right? I love hi. I like this. Then with that hat, love red, and the VOA. They just at the bottom, Voice of America. It was fine. Then the BBC. I used to have all those address. I'll send them mail, send them later. Then there is the ones that send you only tracks and door stickers. They were called the Tribulation Force. Then the World Bible School, where you will fill form, you write exams, you answer Bible question. They will not give you ordination. Then there is people like Pastor Rod Persley that you will send message, they will send you emblems and tokens and postcard and all that. I used to have a lot of postcard coming from all over the world, because it was a regular thing. I could go to post office and send 200 letters at the same time. Yeah, back in the day. That's like my growing up. Oh God of heaven, it's gonna be fun day today revealing all of this. So you two guys share your own growing up experiences. I look at my kids and I like, can these kids even be like me for 1 minute? Like, do the things that I do, be adventurous. Can I come back one day and start looking for my son? My son is 12 years old. I should be look where he go. I should be worried, and then he just throw back like he done in the evening. Like I went to post office in Marina. I went to go and post later. Those kind of things. But I mean, times have changed. There's email. There is. I mean, all that stretching the distance have been cut short, but I still would love to see people have those kind of experience. Like, it's just something that I wish we could bring back. We could bring back this kind of lifestyle. And you know how they say that misery love companies, and people easily associate. Before you know it, you now form a group of friends who like to do that. Randy Ogbobio, Frank Ayansi, some of these guys who like that kind of thing. And then they were friends. People will not sabi right later. Oh God, nothing please an illiterate like somebody where they go school with fee. Jesus, the greatest moment of an illiterate person is when you will go school, you fail WAEC or you drop out of university or something. That's the greatest moment. And it's those lessons. When I see people ask me, what if you don't make it in this your YouTube thing that you're doing? I was like, nah, you don't know me. I just said that you don't know me. You don't know me. If you know me, first of all, you want to ask this question. This question you're asking is baseless. It's very, very baseless, useless, unreasonable. It's not me getting emotional, but it's just me that I know that I have a history of knowing what it means if you fail, what people would do. And in all of those times where failure means that some people will talk, I told you so, I know it will not make it. Those were not serious. Right now, this one I'm doing, there are people who don't want it to succeed. Like, hey, this boy succeed. Hey, terrestrial radio, don't die, you. Make this boy God. Some people are even fasting and praying, like, the God of Indaboski. I am choosing. Elebete, who are thou, right? So I know all of that. I know the clique, the cabal, who does not want this to work, because, I mean, people can hate on Goodluck Jonathan for turning Nigerian broadcaster. You guys don't know this, but in 2012, Goodluck Jonathan turned Nigerian media to switch to digital for 4 days. And in 4 days, almost every radio and TV station in Nigeria almost crumbled. And that was when, if you notice very well, the propaganda against Goodluck Jonathan started immediately towards the end, that November, December of 2012. All of the media just all of a sudden begin, because they know that if this man succeed with his plan, most of them will go out of business. Their licenses will be cancelled. All these profile of rich people. Their hand will drop. So they don't want anything that push the agenda of digital in Nigeria. Now there are people who don't want it. Just like a lot of people don't want the Dangote refinery to work because it will start making people ask questions. How come our foreign refinery did not work? And what were those people doing? And then there are foreigners who now, there's a refinery in ways that have packed up because now they depend on to supply petroleum product. Now we're now going to buy product from them again because 50% of Dangote's production take care of the entire supply need of Nigeria. You understand? So now we're not buying from them again, and then they're not getting any customer. Nobody they sabotage our country like Nigerians. So their business is off. Workers are going to be laying off from early next year. They're going to be shooting them off. Like, bye-bye, go home and sit down, go look for another job. There's no opportunity for you here anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to talk about this. I'm sharing this so that you guys can be free also to share your moments growing up, what it was, what influenced you, what made you, decide, okay, this line of life, this is how I want to live my life, what the principles that guide what you do. But beyond that, I also want us to talk about what are we telling our children? One of the things that, if you look back, one of the things that our parents, the Nigerian or African parents, didn't tell their children is financial education. And it's very, very key. Many people don't know the difference between an asset, liability, passive income and major income, investment and wastefulness. Nigerians still think that it is important to do a big party, even when you're broke. Like, just do it because that's what everybody is doing. Like wedding, like birthday parties. I've not done any birthday party for my children. I have a 12-year son. I have a 12-year son, a 10-year-old daughter, a 5-year-old son. And I'm bed for what? Invite people come and sit, and then after they will go say the food not even sweet, meat not even do my own. They never buy enough drink. No, we're not doing no party. From day one, I tell my babe, I know you grew up in Lagos, so I'm not gonna like party for this side, but for this journey where we want to go, so party is not part of it. There is not going to be any party. In the naming ceremony, I'm not a Yoruba person. We're not going to do it. They don't do where I come from. This on child education, go to church 3 months. My parents were foolish to do that. It's not going to happen in my house. So we set all those grand rules from the get-go, and it stays, right? But some other people are like, oh, my friends. So let's get into all that conversation while we check some of the headlines that are there. Thomas Tuchel is the winner, but after Simon Jordan on the Talk Sports yesterday claimed the reason behind his acrimonious Chelsea exit will make people's eye water. Is what the hassle for United? Okay, we talked about all of this. I think that the views from the stand that we had, where I brought in. I'm trying to give you guys innovation, but you guys are not giving it the views or the checkup, the comment that is expected. Is it like you guys are angry or vexing with that project? I don't know. I bring in all these people to really make it work. When Ronnie Back's manager, man, this is crazy, but I don't know. But you have a point. And I was listening to him yesterday. I think he's got a point. Eric Ten Hag and feels Man United's underperforming stars need to be better after this Premier League start. I think that some of the players. But why I am bothered for Man United is that majority of the players in the team are Eric Ten Hag's players. So, if your guys are letting you down, that's a shame. That's on you. That's on who you are and the way you do it. So it's strange how Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United's plot to take down Man City spectacularly backfired and now puts them in the crosshair. Reveals Mike Kagan. Okay, everybody was hoping that this court case would knock them down. I was one of those people. I think this Man City, their confidence is so high. There must be something they know. So this court case that they won, this landmark case that they won yesterday, let's put it to bed. Some people think that is the 115 count charges. No, but what they've done now make the 115 count charges table to be standing on one leg. So you remember in June where Man City quickly took the Premier League to court. And we're like, oh, you don't go to court. Again, in Nigeria, you hear people say things like, you don't take football matter to court. Then they take them to court for abroad. No, Nigerians say, this is what is killing Nigerian football. No, if some things are not clear, you need the court to interpret it. Regarding to labor law, third party, associated party involvement in football, Man City argued that, okay, you're saying that our chairman have a relationship with Etihad Airline, and so for that reason they cannot fund the business. But Arsenal have a man called Stan Kroenke who can go take his own money, his own private money, and loan it to the club, zero interest loan. And this money can go up to 200 million to 400 million, and there's no question about it. So why can't we do the same thing? But this time, because our connection is far reaching, we can go to our friends. Because let's look at how I'm running this business. Sometimes it gets very, neck choking and hard. And I reach out to my guy. I don't have money for internet. I don't have money for data. I don't have money for fuel. Things are going haywire. And before Bobby is there, Ufoma Idijala is there, Habib, all of these guys are showing up. Nasri, whatever, they are showing up. And Peter, and Linda, and Kalejai Ibrahim, all of these guys are turning up. Mr. Best, they are turning up to make sure we have a show. Somebody that comes, imagine somebody that comes and say, no, they have to ban it. It have to be taken off air. Why is he collecting money from people to buy fuel? He needs to prove that he can run a business. He has to run the business and let the business fund itself. No, now. You understand? So Man City won that case. So that case puts them on a good stead now. Going into that 115 count charges, there are a lot of things, points on the charges that this time nullifies, right? So Puff Daddy would have been wishing that he's got such a situation for himself, but some of the cases have been nullified. So it now makes, instead of being airtight and watertight for the Premier League against Man City, it's not looking wobbly. It's not looking like a jelly. It's not as stable, rock solid as a German concrete anymore. So, but we'll see. I mean, between now and March next year, worst case scenario, April next year, we will know the end of the matter. But for those of you who hope Man City will be relegated, will be kicked out of the Premier League, please put your mind somewhere else. Think something else. Tell your team to play well and win the title, okay? The 7 key questions Man United board must answer at today's crucial London summit that could spell the end for manager Erik ten Hag. I still think that by the time the international break is over, Man United might be having a new coach, a new manager. But if they don't, I still stand by my ground that by the time it comes to my birthday, Erik ten Hag will not be the manager of Man United anymore. At this rate, because to be very, very fair to the board, this is your third season. You spent £650 million. Some people will argue this is not his preferred choice. That's not his preferred choice. There is not a coach, even Pep Guardiola, not all the players that they need, they get. There's not a coach in the world. If you go to the Real Madrid coach, Carlo Ancelotti, as successful as he's been and as influential and as powerful as he's been, there are players in that team that he did not sanction. But football must go on. And then there are coaches who even come to a team, they don't have money to sign players, they work with the players that they get. We've seen it with Arne Slot. They work with the players that they've got, and they are getting going. Not every player in Chelsea is Maresca's choice. Some of them were there before he came in. He's managed to weave the team the way he wants. You won't tell me that Chelsea are not doing well. This generation of players does not match up with the John Terry, Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, Makalele, John Mikel Obi, group of players. But they are holding their own, and they are gradually inching up on the league table, doing better than they were doing under Pochettino last season. That's progress. And for a manager who came in his first season and ended up in third position, using players that are not his own, and he ended up in third position, to now start using his own players, and last season was horrible. This season is looking like this season is in a competition to do worse than last season. Manchester United have scored only 5 goals this season. Only 5 goals. Kai Havertz have actually scored more goals than Manchester United. Think about it for a minute. Kai Havertz is not a regular goal scorer. He doesn't have goals in his veins. He's not a goal monger. But it's done more. I remember I didn't call Kopama, or I didn't call what's he called? Erling Haaland. Those guys are on a different level. A football club, Manchester United. Just look at that for a minute. So that tells you a whole lot. This guy is on a mission to set records that may never be broken in our lifetime. So the board are meeting, but why is the club, Manchester United, the football club, their board are meeting in London? Is it like they're afraid to get spy on them? I don't know anyway. But Man City are ready to go all out for 50 million Rodri replacement in January, with Pep Guardiola's side keen to replace stricken midfielder with highly regarded Spanish star. Now, the case in this one thing you need to look at is there are two ways you need to look at it. I've just gotten to the point where they feel, you know what, Rodri is not dispensable. We need to move past Rodri. They did that with Fernandinho when he started getting injured. They did that with Yaya Toure as well. I mean, they're about to do that now with Rodri. But beyond that, does this also give you the confidence that, look, Man City know that they will not be kicked out of the Premier League, know that they will beat the charges, and it is okay if they invest? Because, I mean, listen, if there is a chance, there's a slight opportunity that you might get kicked out of the league, you might go down to the championship, why invest 50 million in a player and bring all these players down? You know, it's something to look at. And then if players also know that this is going to happen with Man City, what is the use going there? So I think that with all of these signs, or probably they're just calling the bluff of everybody, calling the bluff of the league, calling the bluff of everyone. I don't know, but it does look like that in my opinion, but we shall see. Revealed 8-club list of teams who gave evidence against Man City in their legal fight with the Premier League over inflated sponsors deals, including Arsenal and Man United. I feel bad. I feel ashamed that my club, Arsenal, the club that I support, sorry, not my club, I don't own it, but the club that I support will get involved in this. You know why I feel bad about it? Arsenal cannot in good faith tell me that all of these things that they're charging Man City of, that they are not also doing it. That's the thing, the pot calling the kettle black. It doesn't make sense to me. Every club, especially the big clubs in the Premier League, have all done this and they are all guilty of it. Okay, but you know, you go into this whole space where you start saying everybody na thief now who they cash bit. No. No, everybody na saint now until they cash you. I don't think that is. I think that sometimes there should be good faith, good conscience, because they say who must come to equity must come with a clean hand. And I don't think that Man United, of all teams, the most corrupt team in world football behind Real Madrid and Barcelona, are pointing fingers at people. Manchester United. Una need the shame. Well, it is what it is. Let's talk about national team now. Wiley Casley's biggest test as England interim boss will be getting the best out of Kopama and Jude Bellingham, according to Oliver Holt. I don't know if that is true. Oliver Holt also wrote on the Daily Mail, said there is no winners in Man City's battle with the Premier League who have been exposed as weak and ineffectual as football get bleaker by the day. Okay, review. Pogba football comeback advertised for November after successfully appealing ban, but it's not with Juventus. I told you guys that one yesterday. There is also Manchester City defeat the Premier League in Liga Challenge over rules about inflated sponsors deals from companies linked to their owners, with a top flight emergency meeting set for next week to discuss what is next. I'm looking forward to the moment where the Premier League will say, you know what, I don't want to take a double blow. We withdraw the 115 count charges against Man City. Well, it is on. The other teams will have to win the league title on the field. I don't want Man City banned or suspended or points deducted. No. You want to fight them, you want to win the title, win it on the field. Don't bring all this boardroom nonsense into the league. La Liga submit proposal to ban Ultras group as Atletico look to crack down on racist and violent supporters following Madrid derby chaos. I can bet my life this one will not work. This is just media stunt for the optics. They will not do anything. Once the problem is about racism, white, it's just joke. Okay, Arsenal spotted a young man that they want to buy. At least it's a Malian, it's an African. Are you a Malian? Yes, they're not doing so. Arsenal join race for teenage wonder kid as the Gunners compete with top European club for £5 million rated star, the Malian player that the Malian Youth International midfielder Baye Coulibaly, who they are hoping that they can sign. Okay, let's hope that everything goes the way they want and they keep on winning. And it seems like Saudi Arabians have decided not to spend money as people expect on Newcastle United. I said that before. I'm still going to say it. Nothing will change. Some clubs have tradition. It's like Spurs. They have tradition of failing, of struggling, and not doing well. So I'm not surprised anyway. But let's come to you guys. Your comment is all that we need today. What influenced you growing up? What are the things that made you the guy, that the person that you are, the man that you are, the woman that you are? What made all of that happen for you? Christopher Matis, he said, hopefully Boniface will come good. I hope so. Adewale Saka say, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. I also noticed that aspect of Osimhen's game, he would need some guile at times. I just hope it does. Adewale Saka say, what is the identity of the Super Eagles? The identity is Super Eagles. Super Eagles is the identity. The latter one you say, it's only Boniface that comes to mind right now. Adewale Saka says, difficult for strikers to fit in when we do not have wingers who crosses. Okay, Adewale Saka says, we do not have the midfielder who supply the strikers. Adewale Saka also went on to say Arsenal 8. And then he went on to say his influence were school and friends. Optimus, not Prime. Optimus Emporia says, na computer e be garbage in, garbage out. Now waiting them feed them, the computer produce. I like that. Using the Gigo term that I've been. I mean, that's like Gigo. That yeah, when you hear that one, you go hulam. In the beginning, I don't know anybody who went to computer school, but I used to have some friends who went to computer school. They don't come with one word. So you know what floppy disk is? What's all these ones? On a vault, you go see that how you know that floppy disk. You know floppy disk back in the day. I want small thing like this. I get one. It be like SIM card, but big. To do hold they could be formed. They'll come tell you, no, don't play with it. There used to be very one fragile one, then it now became one hard one that is white. I mean, add gray color. You can lock it. Say if you don't like this, I say I'm gonna push them back now. You know what? People used to brag about WP51, this one. Well, another waste time. I go put cyber cafe. More than I go to computer school. Cyber cafe is what I want. It was. And most things in my life have always been like that. When people brag about things too much, it annoys me. Okay, buy 40 computers. Oh yeah, put that for there. Oh yeah, everybody. Oh yeah, I like that. Everybody have access. I don't like this whole exclusivity. Some people are just so exclusive. Now them sabi the thing. Nobody else. Oh, nobody. They bought a computer. Yeah, I remember you didn't go to church. Assemblies of God. Keyboard. Oh, they buy keyboard, brother. Will go. He say make anybody not touch the keyboard, but I'll go make anybody not touch it. How we want to learn? Come they press the keyboard now. I say keyboard now. Almost everybody house now. Piano keyboard everywhere. And that's an Casio. One small Casio keyboard. Don't let people hear what. Only pastor children. Not any plan. We grow up, we live them. Jazz band. Kate. Oh God, life has changed. Life has really changed. But times have changed. All right. Let's go there. Let's see. Where did I stop? Otherwise, like I say, Chelsea that has no defense, but they're doing well. They're winning matches. Otherwise, like I say, Tottenham Fort is a joke. 69 football says supercomputer must be high neck. Mahmoud, I've come to justice here. Tosin Lemade say, good morning, house. Good morning to you. This supercomputer, it don't smoke expired but a highly potent weed. Kalejaye Ibrahim Adewale says, good morning from the beautiful city of Kaduna. My country people, I greet you all. Thank you very much, Mr. Adewale Ibrahim Kalejaye. Adewale. The other one says, my growing up was influenced by a lot of things, especially family outings and music. From Shina Peters to Raskimono, then rap, Tupac and Biggie Beef, and playing football in every neighborhood. Kind of like look like my growing up. There was an artist that I really loved, Mandatos. He's gonna start in another time. Screenshot time. Something like that. Rat race. So there was a song that I love by Dolly Parton. Yeah, it's like that song get me lit. Get me very, very emotional. So my mom is a seamstress. Like she used to sew clothes and she moved into selling her food. My mom did everything, but she was very good at sewing. And almost every cloth that we have, you know how when somebody comes, this trouser cotton to nika. My mom will cut it. Then that leftover side, she'll turn it. You just join them together, do one kind, put elastic. That's my nick. I now have a nika. That's how she goes about it. It doesn't matter whether the person is fat or she will find a way. I'll just wear it, be like Buluku, I'll be like Babalawo, native doctor Peking. You know, but it was one of those things that she will make you feel like this is the best. This is the best. That's why I will never buy oversized clothes for my children. I don't say I know make it wear and stay. No, make it wear and just for 1 week. Make it big passer. I go buy another one. Don't worry yourself. Or oversize. They put tissue paper or newspaper inside the shoe. Nah. It's not gonna happen. It's not will never happen. Call me bad parents. No problem. I spoil the children. Let me spoil them. They don't spoil me. Let me spoil them small. Because that was my experience. Like to buy you one shoe, you got to use it for 10 years. Boggle boy. I can't forget. My mother bought me my stepdad bought me a Boggle boy shirt. You see this joint on the shoulder? This joint was here. Therefore, the shirt the sleeve lost. It's still it's still big past me like this. So the shoulder fall come down like this. The pocket, 2-pocket Boggle boy shirt. It did like this. But it go from the front, big pocket. It go from the front, almost reach my back. If I stretch them, that's you want to say oversized. They say I go grow meter. Who tell you say I go grow me that kind of clothes? I don't want that for my children. Don't tell me nothing. I don't like I can say your mom was full of wisdom, but full of beating too. Add that part. You have to add that part. Full of beating, slap, razor blade, cutting my face. The one Abiani Brian said this one, Polokos computer, nothing super about this computer. Sports in top 4 and Arsenal in 9 or 8. God, and I saw this for Lagos children. They ask the eye and I say, wait a minute, Polokos. You don't know. Just use them. God, that's how this is how you destroy radio. This is how you and Murphy Jemba damage radio. Oh God. Just they say growing up, so many things shaped me from my dad, who was my first role model. My mom took over from dad when he passed. Then the environment, there are things we couldn't do because of the environment. And he went on to say, my secondary school did a lot in shaping me as well. Learned I had to stand for myself in school. Ben Carson helped bring out the academic excellence in me after reading Gifted Hands. Man, I Gifted Hands. I don't care what Ben Carson done. Okay, I care. Let me not pretend like I don't care. During the COVID and all these politics that spoiled him. But the man, so the politician and the man, Ben Carson, I love his story. I don't know if it is a fake story that they use to just inspire people, because any American story now, they always question them. Why they question the Bible? It could just be done just to create this, psychedelic, idyllic American stories. Okay, but hey, I love the Gifted Hands. I love it so much. It was a beautiful story there. Kalejai Ibrahim Adewale says the brain of football retires today, aka Don Iniesta Andres. I know Chelsea fans can never forgive him for that 2009 showdown. Whether they forgive her or don't forgive her, on their business. Nobody cares whether they front their face like monkey will lick them at their business. Spinet Cosmetics, my guys. I say it's the values embedded in us kids by our parents that shaped our lives. Their values were fine-tuned by being members of Jehovah's Witnesses. Man, do you grow up with Jehovah's Witnesses and Chris people? I don't know trek paths. They have their dance side. Their Mumu philosophy of 120,000 going to heaven. Yes. But let me talk about some of the good things. If you have a Jehovah's Witness friend, I bet you not the book person. Yeah, I don't know which school you go. You should, your Jehovah's Witness friend can be going to Alakoko Grammar School where they don't teach, but make it go Jehovah, make it be religiously tied Jehovah's Witness. You're not the book person. You cannot know book. You cannot be more brilliant than a Jehovah's Witness person. Show me one person who have a Jehovah's Witness friend and you say, I know book as this one. Jehovah's Witness they produce a load though. Have you noticed that? God, that church now cool. Every of my Jehovah's Witness friend, they know book, genius level, Einstein level, like their brain, the way they see things, perspective. Kennedy Dafiake is in Abuja right now. Jesus. those guys are different. I don't know about. Just think about it. Think about your Jehovah's Witness friend that you have. I know that they disturb you a lot. They knock the door too much. They trek too much. All of those ones, but brilliance. The information where they said that week, internet no get them. Google said no get them. That week magazine. I used to read that thing like I want to write exam. Ochuko, that's my sister's name. That girl, when they born that girl. That's the first time in my life I know that God really exists. That girl, when they born that Ochuko. I know, okay, it's true. This thing where they talk. Because I was always, growing up, I had anger issues. I was always pissed with when people say God. I was like, where God this? See, we are homeless. We are this. See what's going on in our life. But when they're born Ochuku, me, the atheist, agree say, God, this can only be God. There are two things that happened in my life. God really did, God do. Even though say they try. I know some of the fear to talk this, but me I'll talk up. God need to try. When it comes to black, even these sometimes and if you say God also they resist. But all the mama and sister are like, oh no, God did. My mom did that multiple appendix surgery. They forget scissors for abele, can't forget gauze for abele, can't do that. My mom was able to stay alive. She stayed like for 15 more years or so, 20 or so years. Like, okay, this can only be God, This can only be God. If not, let's move forward. Sebastian in here, they say, I'm sure you meant there's Reader's Digest and there's Success Digest. Oga, type them online. There is Success Digest and there's Reader's Digest. Eventually, the guy where they do complete sports, Sonny Ojogba say, come create what do they call them? A version of his own. There is Success Digest and is published by the publisher of Ebony Magazine. Yes, from the US. The Success Digest is a magazine, is a newspaper. It's everywhere. Like it was everywhere. There's a Nigerian version later, but then there's the old one. There's Success Digest. Not be. There is Reader's Digest. There's Success Digest. There is Financial Digest, Quality Digest. There's a whole lot of it. The series. Bro, I've been in this space for long. I'm very small. Ebony Magazine was big, but it was small. It used to come free with Ebony. It used to come free. So they said the whole Ovation Magazine, the way they'll get one small photo pull out, right? Sausage Digest used to be part of Ebony Magazine, but later was not selling on its own. Was different, the Sausage Digest. Not be the Success. There's Reader's Digest. There's Success Digest. I know that one very well. Tosin Lemane says, okay, I think I've read that one. Demola Benibari says, the player in camp now, I will go for Awoniyi to replace Osimhen. I think Amaka boyfriend will function well in a 4-4-2 in the Super Eagles team. Maybe him and Awoniyi. I think so too. But I mean, it's up to the coach to decide how he wants to play his team, how he wants to run his business, and he will get my support. But let's watch from afar. The last one says, I was influenced on radio by Keke Ogungbe when he was still DJing on Ogun Radio back then when I was in boarding in Abeokuta. That's where I got to know Larry Izamoji Chejile then too. Precious Yedewa says that growing up in a settlement comes with the community training. Every elderly person older than you can whoop you, man. That's also my neighborhood, though. And still bring you home to your dad to continue from where they stop if you mess up. Nowadays, mind your business, don't scatter everything. Nobody corrects anybody speaking anymore. I agree with you. Christian Martin said, friends, radio, books impacted me the most. I said, generally, I think growing up was fun, and one can never compare times comes because there will always be one fun per time, okay, depending on the generation growing at the time. I agree with you on that one. Lucky Ogale say, I have never watched an exciting Super Eagles match that Osimhen played in. Like AFCON showed he is actually a problem to the team. If Eguavon can drop the defensive approach and pick ball players, who be the ball players? Who be the ball players? That's something we need to watch. But this thing you just said now, kind of like resonate with me, but if I say it, he's beefing Osimhen. I like him, but I mean, what he did with Finidi and that like stop. If he doesn't apologize, that's the end. There's no coming back from that. But there were times when the Super Eagles play, it was just incredibly. So let me give you a very vintage example. In the Ghana Nigeria 2000 African Cup of Nations, Nigeria played against South Africa. And if anybody does not remember Tijani Babangida for anything, for all this performance for Ayers and the rest, that game will be that game where you look back and say, man, Tijani Babangida light up that game. That's one. Nigeria versus Morocco, where Finidi George had to move into midfield and we whoop Morocco, is another game. Then Sunday Lisa is scattered everywhere when he was sick and they had to call him to come play against Senegal, and off the bench he assisted 2 goals. Everything Sunday Lisa is just a different guy. Anyway, so I'm surprised when people talk bad of Sunday Lisa. It's like, do not watch this guy at all play football. So that's the best, my all-time greatest Nigerian player anyway. So, but when I look at Osimhen scores, yes, but I don't see him really lighting up. Obafemi Martins, whoa, you see the movement, the blistering pace, the goals, the impossible things he did. You look at Agawa as well. I don't think that we will really have that kind of conversation around Osimhen. But I don't want to say it, but you're hating on him right now. That's what people say. Like Ali says, we will do better without Osimhen going forward. Boniface, Lukman, Iwobi, Ndidi Fisayo, and Onyedika can play any African team off the park. So without the kick and pursue striker, they will do better. Spinner Cosmetics say, regarding Osimhen's replacement, it goes down to the coaching, the system, and the league. Talents will go ahead and excel. Boniface is well positioned currently to replace him. He is on fire. Is it only me or I am wrong? I just think that Boniface have this slow style of play that doesn't fit the Super Eagles' quick movement. Boniface does play like Chama, like, I'm the boss, give me the ball, I will do it. There's no burst of pace, there is no sense of urgency to his game. He's a good player. I watch him play for his club. I'm like, I like the way the guy play. He gets chances, he takes them, he can play with his back to the goal, he can dribble. But I just think that there's just something about his game that doesn't have like the quickness that I need. And maybe I'm asking for too much, or maybe I'm expecting too much. I don't know, but it's just my thoughts. And maybe it's playing wrongly in my head. I just don't know, but we'll see. What time is running? We got 3 more minutes to go to do justice to all these messages. Optimus Emporia, as a young 13-year-old boy in class 3, I wrote and posted letters to James Cook University, Australia, for their brochure. This guy has opened the door. Liverpool University, Cambridge University, every university, Harvard had the audacity to write me back and say they don't send their brochure, that I should come to Harvard. Dude, now one thing I cannot like Harvard though. I don't like Harvard. And then again, as I grew up and I realized that Harvard is good with Americans. I don't know. Have you noticed that Americans that went to Harvard, they do well, right? But have you noticed that Africans, Nigerians, when go to Harvard, they come back, they be idiots? Let me give you a very good example. Former FCT minister, who's Kaduna governor, he went to Harvard. Erufai went to Harvard. My former company, the daughter way they give the company to run, went to Harvard. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying. I'm not seeing a Nigerian who went to Harvard and come out and is doing some of those great things that other people who went to Harvard in America, they are doing. So I'm like, okay, Even like I said, this medicine that they work for people who don't come for America. This juju where they put for Harvard, they only work for American people. And some of the people, Obama went to Harvard. Obama is an idiot. So the Harvard not be the way that they rate them. I'm just saying my own. Kalajaya Ibrahim Adewale says, okay, Butcher, I am now in the US. Dreams don't die when you don't give up. That one, I agree. You said this thing about dreams. One day we'll talk about dreams here on this show. And why am I going to say that? There's a story that I've always told my students at the COBIT. Be careful what you say by yourself. The things you say by yourself, they are the most powerful thing in life. When we were in secondary school, practically my secondary school, I was the poorest kid in my secondary school. In my class, confirmed, captain of the poverty class. I pay my school fees last. My uniform, I don't change it. Like I could go 2 years before I manage to change uniform. You know how your uniform will be so bad that the principal will buy you a uniform. Yeah, that's how bad it was. My mom was like, manager, just manager. My pash. They keep passing. My uniform now became a coat of many colors. But my friends, you grow up in Warri, there's only one way out. You want to finish secondary school, you want to go learn mechanic or go learn wedding and then go offshore. That's the dream. Like if you grow up in Benin, your dream is I want to go abroad. And there's nobody in my childhood growing up who wanted to go abroad. Going abroad was foolish. Even me, when I'll go on holiday and I'll travel and I'll come back, people look at me like, which kind of mood team they want? Yeah, I'll come back with all those sweats, all those hoodie and the rest, and like nobody said those kind of things. I was a weird child because I was a poor kid, but I was also very exposed, very enlightened. And my friends were, I want to be a mechanic, I want to work offshore, I want to be weather. I used to tell them that I'm not gonna work all this now, weather work or all this offshore work. Because my stepdad's now offshore work they do, and I know they say anything good when they come out. So I was not around. I said, if I grow up, when I finish school, go university, graduate, I want to travel around the world. I was obsessed with traveling. I want to travel around the world. I want to be famous. I mean, when I said this thing then, if you know the way that they laugh me, like it was not possible. This guy, when they stay for plywood house, where shit, they pass their front like this. People flush toilets, they pass their front like this. They go, come on for here. What's so poor? And people then they come visit us. That's bad. It's not like that bad. Somebody go, the story long. But I'm just giving you that. But I used to say, I was very sure. I was very, very sure that, what? If I could go, I'll travel abroad, I'll go everywhere. People used to look at me like the Chris. And I was Muhammad Ali confident that that's how my life was going to be. So then I used to tell them that I will use my brain to make money. I will not go offshore, go carry iron. I'm not going to. My friend, Israel Popo, went to Port Harcourt, Transamadi, go learn diesel, heavy duty engineering, mechanic. Before you know, he don't work offshore. And then die now, engine for he die. My friend Peter Makaba, weather, like one of the best. Nah, pastor, they do. Look at me, 64 countries are back. Hey, God, I beg you. Say the things, so believe it, dreams do come true. I used to tell, I know that is not offshore. I also work offshore, but I work offshore small. 9 months on the sea, I didn't like it. 6 months in Esclavos, I said, no, this is it. If not this one, this is it. I'm done. But after that, I don't do it again. Kalajaya Ibrahim Adewale says, my growing up was influenced by my environment where I grew up in Ajegule, Apapa. I learned about life at an early age, all thanks to my parents, business-wise, culture, and discipline. Growing up, looking up to the likes of Marvelous Benji, Ryan T, African China, Danfo Drivers, E-Money, KC, etc. I learned a lot growing up in that hood and around different tribes and perspectives of life. Again, growing up in a cosmopolitan environment where there are different tribes, different people, it just helps you. It refines you, it polishes you, and trim you well. Lucky Ogale says, childhood was fun, TV, radio, and football. I closed from secondary school every day at 10:40 a.m. straight to football field till 7 p.m. for night. Ah, God, you come from a good family. Fight everywhere, steal video CD from video clubs. I used to have a video club. Oh. If you take my video cassette, you know return up. What can you buy? We will see. I don't like your say family community is important in nation building. That really shapes me to whom I am today. What we have now mind your business, hence the decadence in society. Good. I agree with you on that one. Olafat says, don't shift. Olafat says, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. I feel it's now on the hands of the coaches to find a solution to our scoring situation. We can't be depending on a player who's always in the ICU for the Super Eagles. I agree with you on that one. Jerry Sampson says, greetings from the beautiful and peaceful city of Moscow, Russia. Oh, Jerry Sampson, you don't go Russia? Oh, the weather is cold now over there. How you guys doing? As the Red Square. Okay, the only country where they are fighting war, but they are living comfortable. Russia, Vladimir Putin is my guy. I salute you. Yes, the line says, I can't forget DJ Shai Shilon, Dennis the Menace recording over the radio, Benji Akinloye, Olivia Jonoma on NTA, then Ogunti Tinubu, DJ Tinubu, and DJ Motoyibo. Sports Express, right? Me and my brothers usually queued on radio then. I don't know say then don't start again. Oh, we go talk, tire. This guy say go just go do waiting them like this Super Eagles case. Now only God go deliver them. Precious anyone says Emmanuel Emenike was even a much better striker than this Osimhen matter. No, I don't agree. No, I don't. I don't agree. Nah. Emmanuel Wike won the Nations Cup. I agree, but I can't agree with you on that one. The last one say I remember Daddy wants us to grab a lot of newspapers and magazines like Ovation, and that also influenced me into getting into lots of lyrics, books, and some romantic and erotic ones. Let's not even go there. Let's not go that side. Now, before you know, now people start talking about Bembella and Naxin, Kibi Super, Lolly, and the rest of them. Let's not even go there, please. Nigga, please, let's not go there. The line why you says some people say now they speak in tongue. All these names are just called so Hint Magazine, Mills and Booms. People say they speak in tongue. So this Gen Z don't know what they talk about. The line why you says no say I tell you anything. I am innocent. No, me too. I'm innocent. I don't even say no evil. I don't even speak no evil. I don't know what say. Not in the school. Not the personality. If your behavior no good, if you like, go to the best school. Sense no go enter. Why now all Nigerians the thing they do? I don't know. See, if you know, maybe I'm speaking from personal experience. Do you know any Nigerian that have gone to Harvard and have really come out and then the impact that they give? I don't think that Harvard is a good school. I think Harvard is overrated. I mean, I've seen people that go to Cambridge, go to UCLA, go to University College London. They get sense. People where they go Harvard, they get sense. I mean, they talk. I'm not trying to spoil the school, but I just say people where they go Harvard, they get sense because the school is so overrated that it doesn't overrated. You know, Harvard is a place where you go to and you learn. Do you know who I am? Tomorrow we'll talk about do you know who I am as a baseline for our conversation. But let me just ask a question for tomorrow. Don't answer it today. Why is it that whenever accident happen for Nigeria, people go one fight? It's accident, not beside anybody called Germany. Accident. Are we not supposed to just exchange insurance? Why? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay, Lucky Gali says the only way to bring out the best from Boniface is to actually put players around him playing short passes, but the space around he cannot. Spinner Kasmani said Boniface could be a second striker on the pitch. Your thought is right on him. He has plenty to offer. It's about adaptability. Thank you very much. And Spinner wanted to say people who attend Harvard excel when the system is allowed to work. Those politicians don't apply the techniques and system taught in the school. Decisions are made empirically, not politically. Spinner Comment say my second MSc was in the UK. I was revealing where decisions are made with data and results are excellently predictable based on fact. But in Nigeria, the opposite is the case, bros. For that one, anybody argue this thing with you, person the Chris, need a doc. Nigeria, you don't work in Nigeria, and anybody who work in Nigeria would experience this. You don't work in a company where you don't wake up one morning, they'll bring one person because say this person is not the manager. Okay. I mean, management know who they decide to employ, not their company, not their business. And then you know they work 1 week, 2 weeks. Like, this guy came from this guy came. You can't find that say na GM wife, brother, or relative. The guy doesn't know jack about what you guys are doing. It's like that's when you know, boy, we don't enter trouble. Oh. They, and you know how those kind of people, you know how somebody for company you don't know say somebody no good. They always send query. They always quick to send query. They always quick to escalate with trouble. Like everything they you know how if you follow in Nigeria and they argue or they discuss and they don't get any intelligent response to it, hard to know in Nigerian in a conversation where they don't get any idea about it. They go use insult, take face you. Insult, everything go talk to like we're supposed to be talking. Like this is supposed to be a normal conversation. When the insult, before you know, you hear, I don't blame you. You this stupid, you this one. This that person don't know anything about that. That's how we do business in Nigeria. Like I go this in my mind, I was like, this guy don't know say this person go run the company down. Did you not spend money, time, resources, effort to build this brand? Wow. We didn't ever work with data. I've been shouting, even Nigerian football, I'm shouting what we can do with data, how data can make Nigerian football make money for the past 8 years. People just say, they talk rubbish. Spinner Cosmetics is saying, guys, keep clicking the like button. Thank you very much. The program is an all-in-one. It's an intelligent show that is pure. Your seat of motivation will be more robust. Thanks, Edafe. Thank you very much. Lucky Ogale said, by the way, Osimhen will play for his club after the international break. Now, pattern. No, I don't think it's pattern. There are so many things I can accuse Osimhen, but I think Osimhen loves Nigeria. Osimhen loves to play for Nigeria, and he also enjoys. See, there's something about Osimhen. So let me tell you one thing that is common. When I was growing up, one bros, Gerard, his name is Gerard, said these words. And I apologize in whatever context you people would interpret it. But he told me this word as a young boy. In 1991, I left my parents' house and I went to go rent my own place in number 15 Yosi Street, Okomawa Avenue, ending of Ejimudaro. And one of the things I learned from this bros was that he said, never date an illiterate girl. I didn't know what he was saying then because he was like, oh, you're a very brilliant young man. Never date an illiterate girl. It sounded insulting. Remember, my mom is an illiterate, right? Like she didn't go to school. So to me, and I'm a mommy's boy. So I mean, the mirror, the picture of a good woman is a good woman. It has nothing to do with school. But then, because I didn't have my mates as my friends, I had people that were older than me, you know, and he started telling me that this was the guy that really exposed me into sex, like what sex was about. My sex education didn't come from my what school parents teach you sex education. He was the guy who taught me that sex is sweeter with an educated person than with an illiterate. You know, so many things like that. Get me all those pep talk that made me like, oh yes, I've arrived. Do you know what it means to put money in the hand of a ruthless, hot testosterone boy living alone in a very comfortable one-room apartment? Hey God, I had gas. Back in the day, 1991, small boy like me, get gas, cooking gas. I get bed, I get my own toilet and bathroom, I get my own kitchen, I get TV, I get Trident radio, and I have a Sony television. La Kabaya Gaza. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh Lord have mercy, mercy. Let's not talk about that now, but I'm just giving you a picture into my past, right? There are things in Nigeria that defies the odds. Even in crazy country, you see people are put because they are qualified. This person can run it. Like, and they look at the allocation where NDDC they get. Comprehend it. It's not computing. There's no computer in the world. The computer that will compute is like this supercomputer which is going for 8. It's not computing. How the Niger Delta not get the best road? The trillions of naira that have been allocated to the Niger Delta Commission and Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) since they started, we've not able to talk about whether president did thief money or anything for that region. But it's a topic for another day. It's a topic for another day. Like we would talk about that another day, because sometimes I just sit down and say, wow. Okay, AK say Harvard University is just a name. I don't try to say I grew up watching a lot of TV shows. Now, so my mama complained tired back in the days. I go watch TV till 11 p.m. I go come finish up with Midnight Blues with Alero. So Jesus, everybody's babe. Hey, I go find Alero. See, I can't find her. See, she not fine the way she sound. Hey. All right, Awolika, Aldu. Oh God. Those were our crush back in the day. I go DBS, I don't know. Hey, some people talk on radio, Sha. Let's not talk about that one. Okay. AK says Nigeria is not ripe for. It's not about democracy. We are a very funny type of human being, because again, you not take Nigerians from this environment and put them out there in the world. They are the best in anything they do. Just this place, once we did here, one of the most funny statements I always hear people say, they appoint somebody who say, we will wash them. You don't car wash business. What do you want to wash? Another thing in this my job that I experienced, Amaju was the NFF president for 8 years. One experience that I had. Everybody who knew me, I was like, why your guy not giving me the officer job now? It's like, why should he give me the media officer job? It's like, your guy now, you're supposed just be like one hand like this. I was like, that's why he shouldn't give it to me, because he's my guy. It's not a job for your guy. It's a job for merit, for people who can get the job done. Who tell you say even they're competent enough to do media officer job? Right? That mentality. And the person when they tell you so now, educated person who like bros who you respect to. It's like, if they say it, my friend became the chairman Lagos Sports Commission. Shala Ipaku. And I'm like, you know they go me bros. You suppose they work? I said, no, it doesn't work like that. That's the reason why I should stay away. If he find out what I'm doing and they need my services, he gonna reach out to me and say, I need your service, so you can see what I do. So, okay, we need you to come consult or to come advise. But if he doesn't need me, I'm not gonna go put him under pressure to budget money for me when not supposed to. Because now they're still in the start. Because first of all, you're not gonna control me. There's so much friendship, there's so much see finish. But hey, it's a different world we're living right now, man. I want to say, I thought I was going to be a radio or TV person. I followed Tunde Amondo there. Samuel Fejoku was my guy. Tuesday, Laughing Stroke. I write joke tire. Who did Laughing Stroke? Timmy Bikagboro. Me and Timmy my bro. So the late Timmy Bikagboro. Doing sports on the radio. Then the sweet voice of Alero Sutherland. If you see that Alero Sutherland, you go vessel. Sorry, God, please. And finally on the show today, Optimus Emporia says, I'd like to read China Achiru's book. Go and buy your own. This book, the stories inside this book. I'm waiting for the volume 2. He said, I'd like to read China Achiru's book. I couldn't find it on Amazon. I'm in the US. Okay, you know what, Reach out to me on Instagram. The problem, so let me tell you one funny thing. I want to send this book to people abroad, right? I bought this book for 10K. Now, but it's selling for 15K and the price have changed. But I want to send it abroad. I went to DHL. But I just think, if I made it wrong, I promise somebody that I'll buy it for him. I'll send it. I have like 20 copies of this book. And I went to DHL. I want to send this book to somebody in Maryland. They put out for one package, tell me say now 145K. Now I go pay. Guys, unless I don't earn $10,000 per month for this YouTube, I'm not going to do that. I called the guy, tell her, say, I'm not going to do that. This good. This is good. I'm not fit. I'm not verse. This book, Even the Sunday book. Son, I have the Lisa book. The Audacity to Refuse by Sunday Lisa. My story. I know Fito. What? Hey. Well, now how much they cost me daily? If not with them, Areturego and them Bobby Ray. You know, this show go down close down since. I know they go do maybe motorboy for Udu Motor Park. Something that I know they go fight for garage to go become a garage chairman. Oh, they for not pull like 2 of my teeth now. I forgot how this I said from chairman because now my local government be that. You don't understand? I say, if una get people or if una go fee pay for the logistics, so I go get the book for now for free. I not hear from them again. That's all the matter. 10. Reach me on my Instagram DM. We could talk about how I'll send the book. I'm actually looking for people who I go send all this book to. Like, okay, they go help me now. The distributor. One of my friends we did Ohio before. We used to help me do all those kind of things. I don't know what happened. The number I get, then they go again. Don't send a message on Facebook tire and then they connect. I don't know whether I don't go jail now. I don't know, sure. But we'll go see how that one will go. So you say I like to read China Channel's book. I couldn't find it on Amazon. I'm in US. I appreciate getting your contact. The other day I put my contact. Okay, let me type it here again. 08034277165 342776165. That's my contact. So reach out to me, send me a WhatsApp message, and then we'll figure out how to send the book across to you. There's another book I'd advise you read, the one by Mumini Alao. Perspective to Nigerian football. Like, I just like the perspective that this book. People are like, why do you spend so much money on books? Why do you over 2,000 books? What's happening? I said, go Alibaba office. Go see Alibaba library. The whole of this my duplex now just Alibaba library. I like books. You guys, some people like alcohol. I like books. Leave me alone. I don't complain about your Hennessy, whiskey, Moet, Chandon. Let me tell you one funny thing that happened with my alcohol, my non-alcohol knowledge. So they call it cartons of beer, right? I didn't know. So somebody asked me to, Uncle Paul Musa, my lawyer, I used to work in a law firm. So my boss asked me to go buy beer that they want to entertain some people. I can't say how many crates. Everyone just burst out laughing. So I was like, did I say anything wrong? Musa say, Mumu. Then they call beer crates. Now carton. It still stays in my head, 2004. It was 2004 round match. Well, guys, we've come to the end of the show today. I'm very honest here. I think I love the show like this. During the international break, let's go away from. I think sometimes football can be boring. This is my opinion. Sometimes talking too much about football can be boring. So we could spice it up with all of this and that, and then see how it goes. Tomorrow it's going to be something similar like this again. We're going to pick up another topic, and talk about it, and we'll see how it goes. But as I go, okay. Okay, says one thing I like about you is that you say it the way it is. I'm too old to not say it the way it is. And then I grew up in Warri, and then my mother raised me. That's like the part of my mom. My mom would just tell you, I the be for him. So he goes, Imam Mapakabo told me one phrase that I'll never forget. He said, I'd rather let you go to sleep thinking about me than me going to sleep thinking about you. That, hey, I should have said this thing, or I should have responded this way. No. Let's leave it there. Let's leave the truth there so that we don't need to look for anything to garnish it. Well, that's the show for today. I said it's going to be 1 hour. It's 1 hour, 22 minutes plus now. So we're done. Thank you very much, everyone, for being on the show. If you've still not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do it to subscribe. Help it to grow. Tomorrow, I'm going to answer your missed question. You'll be asking me a question that if hypothetically, that's how I started it. Let me see. See, Edafe. Hypothetically, your YouTube channel gets the 250,000 subscribers, active subscribers that you are looking for. What would you do with the money if you start earning $100,000 every month from YouTube? What exactly would you do? Well, first of all, let me tell you, YouTube, American government, they take 30% of whatever would they earn. Not America, would they pay American tax? I don't live in the US, but I pay American tax. Yeah. I just refill my form like 2 weeks ago. So also put that into the equation. But whatever it is, Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I'll build a hospital in memory of my mom. Yeah. And then I'll build a training center for less privileged kids. I'm already doing that program since 2015, but I think I need to build a big center, a very big, center, gadget it up. I see what they do in Japan and in China. Some of African future children go suffer if we not teach them well. This one and a 419 they do. A time we call them enough to do this 419 and thief, they're going to thief. So we need to train them and prepare them so that the country will still be good. Well, having said that, it's time to pack my bags and baggages and go. Optimus Emperor says, if you have a wardrobe with clothes to cover your body and don't have a bookshelf to empower your mind, then now you sabi. I don't know. Some people, even clothes are still good, but somebody go buy alcohol, pay 1 million. But you know, if you buy two novel, two book to read, like how this is done, how this happened, that one happened, That's why religious people, they always feel manipulate our mind now because we no one read. Well, my name is Edafi Matches. You're going to come in and on the sports. It's the Sports Buffet on the Electric TV radio, on streaming live on the Electric TV Sports YouTube channel. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day for yourself. See you again tomorrow. Catch ya.